Morning guys, and welcome back, and welcome to the Isles of Purbeck, here on the south of Dorset. And here we have the glorious Corfe Castle, right in the gap of the Purbeck Hills. So I've got a circular walk planned, guys. I'm going to camp out tonight. I'm going to make my way now up onto West Hill here and work my way along the ridge. But when we get up there, I'll get the map out and show you what the plan is. There you go, Purbeck and South Dorset. Right, so from Corfe Castle, we're about here now. So I'm going to follow the ridge all the way down, through the MOD land, down into Worbarrow Bay, and then it's all the way along the coast here. Kimmeridge Bay, all the way along here. Chapman's Pool. There were a big shipwreck here a few years ago, and all containers floated into Chapman's Pool. I remember that really well. So I'm looking forward to getting around this area. Got a lot of eye points around here, so going to be a bit strenuous. But this is the area I'm looking to camp in. So tomorrow it'll be along here to Swanage, and then up through to Old Harry's Rocks and back along the ridge. So through here, guys, we've got the coastline leading through to Hampshire. Over here we've got Bournemouth, Poole, and this is all Poole Harbour here. One of the world's biggest harbours. So the geology of the Purbeck Hills is predominantly white chalk. It's one of the youngest rocks, but it sits on top of a limestone bed. So the whole of Purbeck is on limestone. And as you know, guys, this is the start of the Jurassic coast. But look at this over here. In the day that would have been flooded out, marshlands, boggy, inhospitable, but this side, whew, it's pretty special. And I see a serious Saxon stronghold here back in the day, and this would have been heavily protected as well. You've got Worbarrow Bay, Kimmeridge Bay, Chapman's Pool, Swanage, and the gap in the hill there where the castle is. We've got another little gap here, but all these areas would have been easy to defend. And this would have been a special kingdom. Alfred the Great's place.
talk about Alfred tomorrow when we get to Swanage. He's got a bit of history down there. So I'm travelling light. I brought my tent. I've got that little Terra Nova, the tent I used at Dartmoor back in 2020. Not my favourite tent, but it's ever so light. So it's my go-to tent on a big walk like this. But I'm carrying a lot of camera gear. So this is my new camera. A Nikon P900. Got it for the zoom, but I've got it set to movie as well, so I'm hoping to get something special. So I brought my Sony Alpha. So I've got my Sony Alpha 6000 in the back because the battery life on this isn't good. That's my backup, and that's my little Canon, my 740HS. Got a decent little zoom on that as well, but you've seen that before. So over the ridge there, guys, you can see the Needles on the Isle of Wight. Man, I hope we can see it that clear tomorrow. That's proper good. But guys, the smell of wild garlic and bluebells is everywhere. I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning. It's looking nice in here. All bluebells and dwarf oaks. Great wood, loving it. There's a little bit of road walking on this section. Well, you're off the road, but you're walking alongside of it. Look, you can see all the way up, guys, all the way up. Through to Lulworth and Lulworth Cove, Durdle Door. Oh, it's a special bit of coastline, this. We won't be going that far, that's for sure. Worbarrow Bay's as far as I'm going, and then I'm heading back east. That western section I've walked a few times. It's all on the channel. I'm enjoying myself, guys. So we've got Lulworth Castle down here. I think it's owned by English Heritage. You can visit that. It's all been done up. Never been in myself. We're just over to the left of us here. We've got Lulworth Range. It's all firing round here. See? And still, Poole Harbour. To me, this is all flood damage.
4 or 5 hours I'm going to be over that way. It's over there where I'm going to be camping. Oh man, I've just seen a little lizard run across the path. Fabulous. There's so much wildlife. There's so much flora and fauna. I'm stunned. Worbarrow. The site that you're approaching is Worbarrow, an Iron Age hill fort lying at the extreme end of the Purbeck Hills and now a scheduled ancient monument. You can see all the ramparts. Nice. Worbarrow Bay, as turquoise as it comes. The Isles of Purbeck, what a place. Southwest Coast Path, Worbarrow Bay to Old Harry's Rocks. But that'll be about lunchtime tomorrow, maybe even a bit later. So down here we've got the remains of the fisherman's cottage. I think there were 3 or 4 down here. Guys, if you're not familiar with Tynham, the story of Tynham, let me give you a brief. This valley, within this woodland here, there used to be a thriving farming community. And over there in that woodland, there was the big house. They were the landowners. Everybody else were tenant farmers, teachers, you name it. Down here, the fishermen. But in 1942, the army range needed to extend. So they moved everybody out and took over this valley, and the people were just dispersed in the local villages through Purbeck. It's a sad story really, because they were promised their houses back at the end of the war. They were told, you know, move out, then we can do a bit of training. As soon as we reach peace, you can have your houses back, but they never given them back. And it's still MOD land to this day. See the fishermen's cottages there that we passed. These cottages would have been about here. I mean, look at it. Fern Hollow. The villagers never returned. But the truth is, guys, they weren't allowed to return. They fought it right into the 70s, about 1973, something like that. And there were a good chance they were going to get it back at that point, but it was refused. All these cottages are gone now. They took all the roofs off so people wouldn't sneak back. The only buildings that are still intact are the school and the church, and they're really worth a visit. This whole area is worth a visit. view, man. So you got Kimmeridge Bay down there, Clavel Tower, I don't know if you can see Clavel Tower, centre screen towards the top, and above that all the other eye points. So that's what I want to get to tonight. Here, I think. So that's Worbarrow. That's Worbarrow Bay, and that's where the Iron Age Hill Fort was. So we've just come across that. Swanage, 13.5 miles. So that's Clavel Tower. Cool. I'll have my eye on this for the last 5 mile. And I'm here. And it was built in 1830. And the thing is, it was built down here. In 2006 they moved it back. Figured it was too close to edge of cliff. planned to camp out round here on these high points, but it's too early, it's only 4 o'clock. So I'm going to press on, but I'm going to have something to eat first. I'm loving these buttresses. Fabulous. So down here guys, we've got Chapman's Pool. Boathouse down there. And over here, we've got the watch station. But right next to it, there's an old Saxon church. So I'm looking forward to visiting that. But we've got to negotiate this valley first. I can hear a trickle of water. Now ridge walks, South Downs, South Dorset Ridgeway, stuff like that. And a lot of coastal paths. Fresh water is hard to come by. But as you can hear, we do get the occasional trickle. See what I mean? Right, I'm going to have a good drink now and top my water back up. There's 1 or 2 more of these further down the coast, but this is a good one. That's glistening like coal. I imagine it's some sort of slate. But this down here is back to limestone. Full of fossils. A bit of context. That's my path. Love it. Beautiful. Oh man. Oh, flipping hell, that was a steep one. Ah, down there. Oh, grueler. But the good thing about these high points, top of all of them, you've got a nice stone bench. And I just noticed a bit of evidence of World War II. There would have been a big gun on that to protect Chapman's Pond over there. And a bit of coastline that we just walked along. So behind me guys, we've got a bunch of cottages. One of them will be the Watchman's. There's the Watchman's hut over there. And in the middle, Saxon church. I'm looking forward to seeing this. That's the strangest looking church I've ever seen. And it's open. Albeit very dark. Wow, look at it. Look at that. Oh man, it's fabulous. Oh. 1736. I'll get my torch out. Crown of Thorns. Oh, it's too dark. You can see that one though. Now it says here it's only 800 years old. Now I've read that this church dates back to the 8th century. I'm glad I've pressed on though, guys. I never even want to pitch up too soon. I'd sooner keep walking, you know what I mean? Keep going. Oh, wow, the little birds, man, they're everywhere. Nice. Right, I don't know what that is. Bit of lucky, some sort of bird of prey. That sounds like a young cry, that though. Have a little look. Oh wow. Oh, I can't keep it still. Look at that. Cormorant just gone through as well. Alright, so that's my bottle topped up. That's a full 2 litres now. That'll see me through to breakfast. So, pitch time. So Dancing Ledge, 1 mile. I think that's the last we're going to see of the sun tonight. I found my camping spot anyway. And some nice flat grass. Sleep very well. I got up at 5, got back in bed, and I've been out like a light since. Just woke up. Oh dear. No idea what time it is. And the tide came in last night just after I got in my tent, and it was noisy. It was like boulders rolling and banging and crashing. The waves, it sounded like the waves were coming up to my tent, but clearly they weren't. But it was ever so noisy. So I got here last night at 8 o'clock, and I was chatting to people till gone dark. Wasn't able to film anything. And as you can see, current bun's way up. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning just to check it out. Keen. Thought I'll catch a sunset, a sunrise. I wouldn't have got it anyway, it would have come up over there. So there's the old tent, just about to put a brew on. No, I can't get on with this tent. Terra Nova, laser compact. It has a trim that goes over this, and it's what the guidelines are on. I didn't put it on last night, so it was doing a bit of wobbling. There you go. Another successful wild camp. Dancing ledges. But guys, I was just about to set off 10 minutes ago on a north. I could hear this shrieking, just like the peregrine from last night. And he flew round and landed on this ledge over here. Wow. I think that's another peregrine, guys. I've been listening to shrieks. It's a weird one because that one yesterday, you know, was doing a lot of shrieking and I thought it was a young, but they just seem too big to be young. But this seems to be doing the same. Flipping beautiful, man. Wow. Lost him. But he's over there now, he's just in sun. Just a bit too far to film. So, let's crack on. Freedom. Oh. Gotta love a buzzard. Gotta love a buzzard. Man, I do. Proper love them. Nice. Oh dear. There's the lighthouse here at Durlston. Just round this corner now, guys, we've got a castle and then into Swanage. So there's Old Erry's Rocks, guys. And then it's back onto the ridge and all. I'm mooch around Swanage now. Just had my breakfast in the castle. You can see Purbeck all the way through to Portland, Chesil Beach. But looking the other way, you can see Sizepool Harbour there. Across to Isle of Wight and Solent. Big old globe there made out of Purbeck stone. And I'm much more of a geo-centred type of guy, you know what I mean? Wow. Have you ever seen one of them before? Don't even know what he is.
it's a male and a female.
Do you, and you don't know what they are?
Not a clue.
And you know quite a bit about birds?
Not really, no. I'm kind of learning as I'm going, you know.
Right, okay, you're not an expert yet.
No, I'm no expert.
Right, so it could be something really complicated.
Train tracks going into buildings, down pavements. But this used to be the quay. And there it is, guys, Monument to Alfred the Great. I've just been informed that the cannonballs on the top are actually Russian. Another point of interest, cannonballs weren't invented for 500 years after Alfred the Great. But there you go. There, guys, I can see the Isle of Wight. Old Erris Rocks and the Isle of Wight used to be linked. When Chesil Beach was formed, so they say, about 6,000 years ago, I think it was a deluge that created that, and I think it was the same deluge that broke this seawall through and created Poole Harbour. So my thoughts. I just look at the lay of the land, but I think it's legitimately recognised that the Isle of Wight and Old Erris Rocks used to be linked. Same geology right through. So all the land inside of that has all been sea damaged, and I think it's still recovering. I don't know. It's just stuff to get the imagination going, you know. When you walk through a landscape like this, you want to know how it works. Old Erris Rocks. Feels like a victory getting here, guys. I always felt if I can get to Old Erris Rocks, I can get back along the ridge. And here we are. Old Harry. And do you know, guys, he used to have a wife. He used to be Old Harry and his wife, but she fell over.
now on the Purbeck Hills, the glorious Purbeck Hills. And how much like the South Downs is this? See the old obelisk? It's on a Bronze Age burial mound. And there's loads of them along here. Just making my way back up onto ridge. Gotta keep going. Bless him. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, swap hands. You are. Oh, I'm glad I didn't come through that field. I don't think they mean any harm, you know. I think they're just big and clumsy. Hi guys, be nice to see you. Yeah. Watching that military plane, he's been doing circuits round and round and round. That's about the 6th time he's been round. I'll have to excuse the sheep. She's a bit worried because she's got babies. And I'm approaching. So I've just had a push biker go by and we had a bit of a chat, and he's local. And he said, mate, it's nothing to worry about. They do it regular. What they do, that plane, he drops a lot of paratroopers off at sea. They've got the special air service out there in boats, and they practice. So that's what I've been watching. See West Hill now, down there, all the way through to Worbarrow Bay, Tynham, Kimmeridge Bay. About there is where we camped, and all the way through to Swanage, back along the ridge. Guys, I don't know how far I've walked. I know this ridge is 15 miles long, so we can presume the coastline is at least that. So it's at least a 30 miler.
but it doesn't feel it. There's so much joy to be found on this trail, so much joy. I mean, I've absolutely been shattered. First walk, big walk like this in a year. You know, I expected it to half kill me, and it has. But I've loved every minute of it. It's been stunning.
Back at the castle. Now I was asked once, what's my favourite walk? And my reply was, the walk that I'm doing. And that's always applied. But this walk, this last 2 days, this moment in time, has been special. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've probably enjoyed this walk more than any other. Everything's just rolled perfect. And I think you'll agree, the Isles of Purbeck, very special place. So until next time guys, take very great care, and I'll see you then.